At 32, I had already lost the joy of life. I stay in my rental room every day, never going out, working as an online customer service agent, barely earning enough to get by. Then out of the blue, my cousin reached out to me, bringing the news of my father's passing. After hearing the news, I felt at a loss. It had been over 20 years since I last went home, and now, with my father's death, I had no choice but to return. The long-lost sunlight was uncomfortable at first. How had my father, who seemed so young in my memories, suddenly aged and passed away? I traveled home with my cousin's family. The awkward distance between us, due to years of no contact, made me uneasy. My cousin began singing the songs my father used to love, and blurry memories from the past gradually resurfaced. In a daze, I started having illusions about my father. 2 hours later, we reached a rest stop. My cousin's family went to rest, and I wandered alone into a small forest nearby. I vaguely remembered this place. I used to stop here with my father when I was a child. As memories rushed back, I felt like my father was right beside me again. While I was lost in memories in the woods, my cousin's family experienced an accident. My cousin's son fell off a table, and they rushed to the hospital with the child. My phone was being repaired, so my cousin couldn't reach me. We lost contact just like that. When I returned from the forest to the rest stop, my cousin's family was already on their way to the hospital. I had barely any money left, and couldn't even afford a bus ticket back home. I hesitated in the rest area for a long time, and finally gathered the courage to ask a driver for help. Having been isolated for so long, I had lost the ability to communicate normally. Every time I asked for help, I was rejected. After asking around, a driver finally agreed to take me. He was a journalist. Along the way, he kept asking about my personal life, and I had an uneasy feeling that he had other intentions. Until suddenly, he stopped in a small town on the side of the road, and finally confessed his sordid intentions. The journalist said he could take me home directly, but only if I fulfilled his wishes. I disgustedly refused, but he promised to take me home. At the hourly hotel, I just hoped he would keep his word. But in the end, the journalist went back on his promise, dropping me halfway and leaving in a hurry. In the biting cold wind, I felt like I saw my father's figure again. I was afraid he would blame me for doing something wrong, for being so easily deceived at my age. I could only run away, avoiding the imaginary presence of my father. Finally, my emotions broke down, and I collapsed onto the beach. The next morning, I woke up on the beach. My shoes, socks, and half of my clothes were soaked by the seawater. Pain and cold intertwined in my body, but I could still feel my heartbeat. I knew I had to get up again. After gathering my emotions, I continued walking along the coastal road, heading home.